Hey gardeners, Amy here. Welcome to my garden. I wanted to follow up on the peony bed here. It is now spring. The snow has melted. It's starting to warm up outside. It's glorious. What is it? I think today's second half of April. The peonies are starting to grow, so they all survived the winter. Yay. I actually did an impressively good job, not to toot my own horn or anything, but on getting the grass out with just one dig. It looks like I got most of it. Like there's a few dandelions over on the one side and a few little patches of grass here and there between the peonies, and there's still quite a bit in the peonies. And then I didn't even get to these last two before winter forced me to stop. But for the most part, where I weeded is pretty well weeded. Like one more sift through of the soil and I should be ready to plant other things. I've picked up a couple of my favorites, which are Asian and Oriental lilies, to add in here. And then I think since it's going to take a while to get the garden ready for planting, and I actually have a couple of tomatoes that I started over the winter just because I was missing green things, and I threw some store-bought tomato seeds into some soil, and now they're almost 3 feet high. They really need to go on the ground, but it's still too early. So I'm going to plant them here because the regular garden's not going to be ready. It needs more time. I haven't even gotten wood chips for it yet. Like there's a lot to be done down there. Those tomatoes need to go in the ground. So I'm just going to put them here for this year because this is almost ready to plant. Like I could really just start digging and start planting now as long as everything's ready to go outside. So today I thought I would clean up the branches that I left from last winter, weed it out again, maybe weed a little bit more on the other side. I can get between the peonies now, but I can't weed in them. If I were to weed in them, I would break off all these tender new shoots, and that would really harm the plant. So I don't want to do that. But I can weed around the peonies now. And there's still a couple of plum saplings I need to dig up, and a few just other things to do. So let's go get started. So when I weed a bed for the second time, I like to take my fork and just do rows. Just straight lines, back and forth, and just sift up the soil. And what I'm looking for is any root bits that I missed, like this one right here, and this one. And I'm preventing those from turning into new plants. I'm going to proactively take them out of the ground before they regrow. This trick right here is how I, and of course my company, gotten ahead of really thick infestations of weeds like campanula and so many others. Bishop's weed, and thick mats of grass like this one for years. Literally, you come through and you dig it once as well as you can, and then you let it sit for a while, preferably while watering it because that stimulates growth, and then you weed it again. And the second time you weed is the key. You just weed the whole thing as if you never touched it, and you pull up all these little root bits that you missed the first time. Most weeds you can get under control by the second or third dig. Campanula and more difficult ones usually take 3, so it'll take most of a year to get ahead of something like campanula. But most other weeds like grass, this should be all I need to do. Now, I'll obviously need to keep an eye on seedlings for the foreseeable future, like pretty much forever. And just because there's always a seed bank in the dirt. But the weeds itself are now manageable, and that's the goal. I'm going to dig these up later when I have a pot to put them in. This here is where I started to think I'm definitely going to run out of time and had to be more intentional about focusing on the peonies last fall. And I was definitely right. I ran out of time. Let's deal with this now. I'm sorry, baby. Did I